you get all excited, like, ooh, they made me the boss. I'm excited, the boss, y'all. Look at me, I'm the HNIC, y'all, right? And then next thing you know, when the shit hits the fan and everybody gets sued, you go down first. You go down first. So really, you know, being the boss is complex. And I think that it does require a type of thinking. I think that your children should see themselves as the boss. So here's how you're going to make your kid the boss without any form of institutional power coming from their oppressor. Write this down. This is profound. I think it is. I don't know. It's forming in my the thoughts forming in my head. Here's how you can make your child the boss. Um, Invest for them very early while they're young. You buy them as much stock as you can while they're young, but buy it for yourself. It's your wealth. Use it, but preserve it, just like a car. Like you're going to pass the car on, but you're going to change the oil, make sure the car's, healthy, right? When you pass it to them, but it's your wealth, right? So your mind stock and even if you don't have kids, by the way, Cass, don't forget, you don't have to have a child in order to be a parent. So that's one thing I want to mention too. For those of you that don't have children, I don't have a lot of children, but I got a lot of children. If you know what I mean, I ain't got a lot of children, but I got a lot of children. Because if you black and I'm your mentor, then I'm gonna scoop you up because you're gonna be one of mine. I love that kind of thing. So here is what I want you to understand. So if you're buying this stock consistently, like you're spending the same amount of money you spend on your car note. So you spend say 600, 500, $700 a month buying stock. You do that for like 20 or 25 years. And then what happens is a capital base is formed in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, quarter million, 300,000. I don't know what the number will be, but it's going to be high. So at that point, now I want you to pay attention now. At that point, your child is already a CEO. The minute you have a capital base, you are a CEO. We just think a CEO is like a granted title or a job. It's not no, you control the capital base. The owner of a company, the people that run organizations, all corporations are is a big pile of capital that somebody's managing. Do you understand? It might be managed by an individual, it might be managed by a group, it might be managed in some other way, but for the most part, that's what Elon Musk, he's a CEO, even if he's not running Tesla. If he left Tesla, he could take that $500 billion in wealth he has and say, now I'm going to take this wealth and I'm going to name it something else. I'm going to form an LLC, and we might or might not produce a product. Some companies don't even make a damn product. Do you know that? Like there's companies that don't make a product. What is it? MicroStrategy, run by Michael Saylor, who's a billionaire. MicroStrategy, literally, all they do is they buy a bunch of Bitcoin and they wait for it to go up. So they're what they call a Bitcoin treasury company. So this idea that being the boss means you have to have a job, that's bullshit. The idea that being a boss means you got to make a product, that's bullshit. You could literally just have a bunch of resources and assets that are accumulating in value and just be like, I'm the king of all this, I'm the queen of all this, and that makes you the boss. That literally a capital base makes you the boss. So when relatives come to you and say, hey, cuz, I need to borrow $5,000, and you say, okay, we'll sign this contract. This is how much you're gonna pay with interest, and I need some collateral. You're running a business for the most part. At that moment, you're a banker, right? Like, but then you might become something else. Maybe you have real estate, and you're just holding the real estate, managing it, taking good care of it, and letting the value go up. Well, you're the CEO. You have resources to manage.